There is a strange pull that draws one to the ideas of Arthur Schopenhauer, a pull that defies the boundaries of time and culture. His words echo like whispers from a distant realm, calling to those who dare to look beyond the surface of existence. But this is no ordinary call. It is a call to confront the shadows of life, to question the very foundations of reality. Who was this man who dared to gaze into the abyss? And why do his ideas continue to haunt us, even today? Arthur Schopenhauer was born into a world of privilege, yet he saw through its illusions. From an early age, he was marked by a profound sensitivity to suffering, a sensitivity that would shape his philosophy and set him apart from his contemporaries. He witnessed the vanity of wealth and power, the fleeting nature of pleasure, and the inescapable reality of pain. These observations planted in him the seeds of a vision that would grow into one of the most provocative philosophies of all time. Schopenhauer was not interested in comforting illusions or optimistic platitudes. He sought the truth, no matter how harsh or unsettling it might be. He looked beyond appearances, beyond the fleeting joys and sorrows of life, to the underlying forces that shape our existence. And what he found was a reality governed by a blind, insatiable will, a force that drives all living beings to strive, to desire, and to suffer. In Schopenhauer's vision, the will is the essence of life itself. It is the force that compels the plant to reach for the sun, the animal to hunt for food, and the human to pursue love, power, and meaning. Yet, it is also the source of all suffering, for the will is never satisfied. It drives us to seek fulfillment, but every desire achieved only gives birth to new desires. This endless striving is the root of human misery, a cycle that binds us to pain and discontent. But Schopenhauer did not leave us without hope. He saw a way out of this cycle, a path to liberation from the tyranny of the will. Through art, philosophy, and compassion, he believed it was possible to transcend the ego and its cravings. In moments of aesthetic contemplation, one could experience a glimpse of eternity, a state of pure awareness free from desire. Music, in particular, offered a window into the sublime, a way to touch the infinite beyond the limitations of the self. In his exploration of compassion, Schopenhauer offered a radical insight that all beings are united by the same will, the same suffering. By recognizing this interconnectedness, one could break the illusion of separateness and cultivate empathy and love. This, for Schopenhauer, was the highest form of wisdom, a wisdom that transcends the ego and embraces the whole of existence. Yet Schopenhauer did not romanticize this vision. He understood the difficulty of such transcendence, the courage it required to face the truth of life without turning away. He saw the ascetic, the one who renounces worldly pleasures, not as an escapist but as a hero, someone who dares to confront the darkness and find light within. Schopenhauer's ideas are not for the faint of heart. They demand a willingness to see life as it is, without the comforting veils of illusion. But for those who dare to follow his path, there is a promise of liberation. A liberation not from life itself, but from the suffering that arises from ignorance and desire. This is the legacy of Arthur Schopenhauer, a thinker who saw through the illusions of his time, who dared to question the very nature of reality, and who offered a vision of wisdom that continues to resonate with those who seek the truth. His philosophy is a journey into the depths of existence, a journey that challenges us to awaken, to see clearly, and to live with courage and compassion. Schopenhauer's vision did not end with his exploration of the will and its consequences. He went further, delving into the human condition, the nature of suffering, and the possibilities of liberation. His insights challenge us to reconsider everything we take for granted, to question the narratives we live by, and to confront the shadows we fear to face. But how does one live in a world driven by an insatiable will? How does one find meaning in a universe indifferent to human desires? Schopenhauer offers no easy answers, but his philosophy is a guide to understanding, to awakening, and to transcending the very forces that bind us. One of his most provocative ideas is his view of human desire and the illusion of happiness. Schopenhauer saw desire as a trap, a cycle of longing and dissatisfaction. We are driven by the will to seek pleasure, success, love, and recognition, believing that fulfillment lies in these pursuits. Yet once attained, they lose their allure and new desires take their place. This cycle of craving and boredom is endless, a dance that keeps us trapped in discontent. But Schopenhauer challenges us to see through this illusion, to recognize the futility of chasing shadows, and to seek a deeper, more enduring peace. For Schopenhauer, this peace could be found in the realm of art and beauty. He believed that art has the power to lift us out of the mundane, to break the spell of the will, and to reveal a deeper reality. In moments of aesthetic contemplation, we are freed from our desires, our egos dissolve, and we experience a state of pure perception. Music, in particular, was for Schopenhauer the highest form of art, as it speaks directly to the will, bypassing reason and intellect. It resonates with the deepest layers of our being, offering a glimpse of the eternal harmony that underlies the chaos of existence. Yet, Schopenhauer did not merely seek escape. He sought understanding. He saw suffering not as a meaningless accident, but as an essential aspect of life, a consequence of the will's striving. In recognizing this, he found a basis for compassion. If all beings are driven by the same will, then all suffering is shared. Compassion, therefore, becomes an act of wisdom, an acknowledgement of our interconnectedness. It is through compassion that we break the illusion of separateness, transcending the ego and embracing the whole of existence. This insight led Schopenhauer to a radical ethical vision. He argued that true morality arises from the recognition of this oneness, from the realization that harming another is, in essence, harming oneself. This empathy is not merely emotional, but metaphysical, a recognition of the fundamental unity of all life. In this way, Schopenhauer anticipated the teachings of Eastern philosophies, yet he arrived at them through his own journey of reason and intuition. But Schopenhauer did not stop at compassion. He saw the possibility of liberation, a way to transcend the will altogether. He looked to the ascetics, the mystics, and the sages who renounce worldly desires and live in harmony with the deeper truths of existence. To deny the will, to let go of ego and craving, is to awaken to a higher state of consciousness, a state of pure awareness beyond suffering and desire. Schopenhauer called this the negation of the will, a path not of nihilism, but of transcendence. This is the paradox at the heart of Schopenhauer's philosophy, that freedom is found not in pursuing desires, but in renouncing them. It is a freedom from the illusions that bind us, from the compulsions that drive us, and from the suffering that arises from attachment. It is a liberation not from life but from ignorance, a waking up to the deeper reality that lies beneath appearances. Schopenhauer's vision is not an easy one to accept. It challenges us to face the truth of suffering, to confront the shadows within ourselves, and to let go of the illusions that comfort us. But it also offers a path to wisdom, compassion, and liberation. It invites us to look beyond the surface of existence, to see the interconnectedness of all life, and to live with courage and clarity. His legacy is profound and far-reaching. He influenced artists, writers, and thinkers across generations, from Nietzsche to Wagner, from Tolstoy to Proust. But his influence is not merely historical. His ideas continue to resonate with those who seek deeper meaning and understanding. In an age of distractions and superficial pleasures, Schopenhauer calls us to look inward, to question the narratives we live by, and to seek a wisdom that transcends the fleeting desires of the ego. To understand Schopenhauer is not merely to engage with the philosophical system, it is to embark on a journey into the depths of existence. It is a journey that challenges us to awaken, to see clearly, and to live with compassion and courage. It is a journey that invites us to transcend the illusions of separateness and to embrace the oneness of all life. This is the gift of Arthur Schopenhauer, a gift that continues to speak to those who dare to question, to seek, and to awaken. A gift that challenges us to live with awareness, wisdom, and love. And in this gift lies a truth that transcends time, a truth that resonates with the very core of our being.